All right, welcome back, guys, to the Noisy Trombone. It's your host and other host,
Yeah, he meant co-host.
Rich and Jesse.
What's up?
So first things first, Jess. I wanted to get
you have a
something
little
off.
apology to make. But
Yeah, I wanted to get something off my chest. After reviewing the last audio cast that we did, I ended up making a huge mistake, and I want to apologize to all of our listeners because it's something that it's awful.
Yeah.
And Jesse mentioned it to me. I heard it myself listening back
I mean, look. The first thing I did when the podcast ended is I hit a Rich and I called him stupid. So
it's true.
that was for you guys.
I called our own podcast, which is the Noisy Trombone. I called it the Rusty Trombone. Why would I do that? I don't know. It came off my tongue, and I didn't notice that I did it, and I almost did it twice.
And mind you guys, it was that was our pilot episode. So it was 10 minutes. We only had to remember what our names were. And the name of the podcast.
It was a hiccup. I truly apologize, mostly because this is our own podcast and I messed up the name, but I just want to get that off my chest.
I have an idea for our first TikTok clip. You wanna hear it?
What's up?
It's gonna be you saying Rusty Trombone, and then it's gonna cut to you apologizing.
Content.
That's gonna be our first one.
That's content for sure. Okay. Well, now that that's off our chest, or off my chest, I should say. That's perfect. We can get back into it. So anyway, welcome back, guys, to the Noisy Trombone.
We're recording this on November 1st. So
yes, and we're glad you guys like our new setup.
Yeah.
So it's a little scuffed. We
got some decor here.
It's a little makeshift. Obviously it's after Halloween, but we wanted to talk about a little bit about Halloween and what we did for Halloween, and that's what we're gonna just dive right into.
Well, first things first. Happy November, everybody.
Yes.
And Richard.
Happy November.
We thought it'd be a fun idea for the podcast to do a little Movember / No Shave November. So I'm gonna be doing just mustache. So Movember. I don't know, Rich, you can.
So my entire life, I've never had to shave because I don't really grow.
So you've never shaved once in your entire life.
I don't grow facial hair.
You've never shaved in your entire life.
I haven't had to. I don't grow facial hair. This little mustache I have, which is barely, is the most I've ever had. Yeah. And this little thing, it's for what it is. That's all.
I don't think the camera picks it up.
Yeah, no, it's nothing.
But there's hair there, guys, in case you guys can't see it.
It's barely anything, but I mean, I've been doing that my entire life, so I've never had to shave. So I've been
yeah. So we'll be posting
the longest streak.
Look, I'm content manager, so
yeah,
we're gonna be posting some update pics on Twitter and TikTok.
We'll do that.
Yeah. Anyways, all right, Halloween. So you know
Halloween. I'm gonna jump right into it. So
let's do it.
Okay, so just for context, I threw a party at my house here, and Jesse didn't go.
Yeah, before some shit happens where people say we're not real friends. I already had an event that day. Richard had told me that he was throwing his party on the 23rd.
Yep.
And he's a liar. So he moved the party to the date that I had my event on purpose for extra content so that he could fill me in on the podcast.
No, this is.
So anyway, you guys are gonna hear this story for the first time.
The original date is the 23rd. I had work issues and I was getting transferred from locations literally like that week. So I had to work on the 23rd. It's how it worked out. So I moved it to the 30th. First person I invited was Jesse. He didn't want to go.
That's not true.
He told me he didn't want to go.
That's not true.
It was
anyways,
plans got mixed up. Anyway, so going into that, I had a party. I decorated everything. Everything was super nice. I wish I would have taken some pictures. Honestly, we didn't because we were so busy setting up all day. We got up at 8 a.m. Me, Ashley, and my parents and everything. Like we got up in the morning, and Juan came over too. He got here at like 10 or 11, and we've been setting up since. Like it's been crazy. Anyway, so past that, getting into the party. The party was awesome. It was a good turnout. A lot of old faces came. I invited a lot of people that it was mostly close friends that came.
Honestly, you guys will probably meet some on the pod.
Yeah, a lot of them we're gonna have as guests, so that's gonna be cool. So anyway, fast forward, the party's happening. Everyone's having a good time. Awesome time. we're drinking there. Everyone's drinking and smoking, including myself. Okay, so
in case you guys didn't know, Richard doesn't drink.
That's not true. Anyway, past that. So the drama happens at the end of the party.
Yeah.
And by the way, I haven't told Jesse this story. We saved the story for this occasion because I wanted, like, obviously the reaction to be genuine. So Jesse has never heard this story.
No. Yeah, I haven't. This is my first time.
Also because he didn't come, so he didn't experience the story either.
It's okay.
So everyone's having a good time. Everyone's leaving. Pretty
much.
What
time is it?
This was, I want to say like 1 or 1:30.
Okay.
So it wasn't too late, but it was getting late.
Pretty late. It's late for us.
It was getting late. Yeah, it was getting late. So I was not kicking everybody out, but that's pretty much what it was. And long story short, let me just fast forward. Ashley's brother-in-law was there. I'm not gonna put any names here just in case.
I was gonna say don't draw names. So you guys, just so you guys know though, Ashley is Richard's girlfriend.
Yes, Ashley's my.
And I'm gonna be talking about Sam. That's my girlfriend. But just so that
sorry,
clear
context. I'm just like So
I'm here to help out. Go ahead.
Ashley and Sam, those are the.
Yeah. You're the host, like you said. So I'm just here to help out.
Okay. Anyway. So Ashley's brother-in-law and her sister was at our party, right? And they're having a good time and whatever. I'm not gonna name any names. So this guy that I didn't know who he was, he came with a friend of mine that I invited, and I'm not gonna give his name either, but he was like his +1.
Well, let's just hold on, just to make the story easier. Let's give like fake names.
We'll give fake names. Okay, so George, my friend, came with some dude.
Ringo.
I had no idea who he was.
Ringo.
No,
I said Ringo.
Oh, I thought you said Ringo. I was like, bro, I don't know.
No.
God damn it.
I was thinking like Beatles name, like George and.
Well, no, we're just gonna go with
that
George
one band.
George and
Paul.
Okay.
That's a Beatles name too. That's
we'll go with Paul. Yeah, sounds good. So Paul, I didn't know who he was. Right. So Paul was extremely intoxicated. I'm pretty sure he was crossed. Yeah. Ended up finding out he was most likely off of some kind of drugs as well, aside from weed.
So who drove?
Paul drove.
So and he was the one that was messed up.
Paul drove and he was messed up. Yes. So that's another thing, which is what I'm gonna get into. So we're in the back. I bring up my girlfriend's brother-in-law because I was talking to him. Like literally, I'm this close to him, same distance I'm away from you. Like just talking about soccer. Actually, we were talking about soccer and how he has a team and he needed more players. So we were just like talking to like random people at the party, and we're just like, hey, like, do you want to play soccer? Like, what position do you play? We were just chopping up about soccer, and Paul found his way into like our little circle that we had. Like,
you're talking like circle of people
that we were talking to. He just kind of like butted himself in, which I don't have a problem with. Like, it's a party. Like, you just go to like conversate with people. Yeah, it's fine. It's not a big deal. But the issue was that he came in talking about like, yo, where you guys from? And then like we're like, oh, like we're from here. And it wasn't aggressive at first. I thought he was just like drunk talking because it kind of came off like that, but I didn't. Like, I let it slide. It was fine.
Right.
So Paul's like, oh, well, I'm from over here. And then we're like, oh, that's what's up. Like, do you play soccer? Like, we asked him, like, do you, we have a team, we want to join the team. And he's like, I don't even know who you guys are. And we're like, what? Like, bro, like, super. I was so confused. I was like, wait, what? Like, in my head, I'm like, is
at his house, by the way, at Richard's house.
Yeah, we're in my backyard, like, and he's like, I don't know who you guys are, like, where you guys are from. And then he came off like starting aggressive, and then I was like, whoa. And Ashley's brother-in-law is like, he's about that, like, that action, bro. Okay, so let me just say that, like, he's about that action. So he was kind of pressing Ashley's brother-in-law, like, bro, who are you? Who you from? Hey, they call me this, bro. I'm from here. And I'm listening to him like, what? Like, this guy is tripping, like, for sure.
Yeah.
So my buddy, who I invited, George, that we're calling him, he kind of butts in and grabs his homie that he brought, Paul.
Right.
And he's like kind of backing him up. But when you do that, like, the guy who's initiating it, it amps him up. That's what it did. So then he started like kind of like trying to go at like Ashley's brother-in-law, and it's like, and then I was right there, so I'm just like in the middle of him.
And how many people would you say are at the party at this point?
There's like 10 of us left.
So it's just like a close knit group.
It was exactly like we were just chilling by the bonfire I put out right there. So we were just like chilling, and he's tripping like for sure, and I'm like, yo, like, I'm like, George, like, you gotta take your home. Like, you guys gotta go. And he's like, you know, again, George, I know if you ever watch this, you know exactly who you are. I have nothing against you, bro. I know I hit you up after that I'm gonna talk about, and I'm gonna
we're gonna get him on the pod for you guys.
We'll get him on the pod. Hey, who knows? We might. I have no disrespect for you, bro.
And we're gonna have him fight Ashley's brother-in-law live on the pod for you guys.
I'm not doing
only
that.
For our Patreon once we make that.
All right. Anyway,
for our tier ones.
Anyway, so George takes Paul away, right? And they leave. But then Ashley's brother-in-law is like heated, and I don't blame him. Like he was getting pressed like for no reason.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
He's heated, and then Ashley's sister, who is, you know, they're together obviously, she's getting heated. Like yo, who are you? You know, who do you think you are? Like to the guy that's like Paul that left, right?
Yeah.
So he walks out to my driveway, and he's they're on the driveway at this point, and I'm in the back trying to calm down Ashley's brother-in-law.
Right. And real quick. Yeah. To preface this real quick, also Richard and Ashley been together for a while.
5 years.
So this is like, you know, it's family things.
Yeah, this is family. Like this is like really, this is close family. That's why I wanted them at the party. Right. And this Paul guy, like I had no idea who he was, you know. But I accepted him in my home because he was my homie's friend, you know. Anyway, so Ashley's brother-in-law is hot, and I'm like, yo, like calm down. I'm trying to calm him down, and then I noticed that his girl, Ashley's sister, is going after Paul now because she was left alone, but she was hot too.
Right.
Like because who's gonna press her man like that? Like, you're not defend him, you know. So she goes to the driveway, and I notice it, and I'm like, oh my god, okay. So now I tell Ashley's brother, like, yo, we gotta go.
So you got the camera.
I wish I did. Honestly, that it was not good. So long story short, we go through my driveway to the front of the driveway, which is where like Paul and George was in the front, and I'm like, and he's still there, like hot. He's hot, like super mad. And he's like, yo, like I'm gonna fight him, like this and that. And Ashley was actually in the front, and it was like a gang of people in the front, and they were trying to figure out, like Ashley was trying to figure out like who, like what's going on, like who are you trying to fight? Because Ashley wasn't in the back when this happened, so she had no idea. Shit. She had no idea that any of this happened. All she knows is that
somebody's mad.
Somebody's mad in the front trying to fight somebody. Yeah. And she has no idea who, but it turns out it's like me and Ashley's brother-in-law that he's trying to. So, we get to the front, and then bro's tripping, and I'm like, and I had enough of it, and I was like, bro, you gotta go. Like this isn't like, this is my house. You gotta go. Like there's a certain amount of respect that you cross the line. Like you gotta go. So I'm telling him like Paul, bro, you gotta go. I have no idea who this was. So then I start telling George, like, that's my homie. Like, bro, get your homie. Like, you guys gotta leave. Yeah. And he was like, we're out of here, bro. I'm sorry. You know, I had no disrespect. Like, I'm leaving. And he's grabbing.
Your homie was chill about it.
He was chill. Like, he had nothing to, like, okay. He was on my side because he knew that his homie was tripping for sure.
Right.
Like, for no reason, he was just trying to start trouble. So he's grabbing him, but you know, when people are mad, like, he's trying to walk through him, like he's not.
Yeah, you're kind of hyping him up.
Leaving easy, you know. Yeah. So he's on like my neighbor's sidewalk because he kind of like
across the street or down.
No, like just literally the next door.
Okay.
So they're not even across the street. Right. They're still like close. In view, and I'm on my driveway like standing there like I'm mad now because it's like, bro, like you guys gotta go.
And it's your place.
Exactly, you know. And I'm, you know, holding my ground, and Ashley's brother-in-law is right next to me, and we're like low-key talking smack to him, like, bro, you gotta go, this and that, blah blah blah. So Paul like finesses George, right? He kind of pushes him out the way and runs at me, and I'm on the driveway.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you noticed that there's a fence between. It's like a little tiny fence. It goes up to like your waist.
Yeah.
In the front that divides my neighbor and me.
Right.
He's on the other side of the fence. And I'm like on the edge of the fence, like telling him to leave.
Right.
So he comes, he's sprinting at me, and I'm watching him like run at me, and he like, comes in and he takes a swing. He swung like, bro. It was the wackest swing I ever seen in my life, though. Like, bro, you can ask Ashley. Like, it was so bad. He was drunk though, you know. So he swung at me, and then I just like yeeted it. I was like, whoop! Like it was like. It was so obvious that he was gonna swing on me, but the fence was in the way, so he
did he even see the fence?
I don't know. I hope he did. I mean,
so in my head, I thought this whole time he was just gonna run at you, and then he was gonna fucking just clip the fence and fall over.
I thought that's what he was gonna do too. But once he got to the fence, like he took a swing at me, but I backed up, and then I was just gonna say his name right now. Almost. George grabs Paul. I was so close to saying it.
We can bleep it out if you do make a mistake.
George grabs Paul, like, because he saw that he got away from me and he went to a swing on me. Grabs Paul, and then he's, like, pulling him away. And the thing was, like, I am completely, like, I was, I was basically sober. You know, it was a long night. The alcohol wore off already. I was basically sober, right?
Yeah, basically sober.
So I'm not gonna fight someone that's completely wasted and crossfaded. Like that's not
a fight.
It's not a fight. Like, you know, I'm not gonna get anything out of it. You know.
I mean, you would, but like.
I understand that, like, maybe I should have been, like, more defensive, but in my mind I'm like, this guy swung on me and I dodged it like this. And I'm not gonna even. It's not even worth it. Yeah. But again, Ashley's brother-in-law was right next to me, and again, he's about that action, bro.
So he swung back.
He is like starts sprinting at homeboy. Damn. Right? Mm-hmm. At Paul. Mm-hmm. Right? He starts sprinting at him, and then I go and I grab him. I'm pulling his shirt, like I'm holding him back.
Your brother-in-law.
Yeah, her brother-in-law. And it's like I'm holding him, and I'm holding him back with, like, all my force. He's a little man, and he's really strong, by the way, because he has, like, the little man strength, like the. Oh my gosh! Once he put his head down and he goes, you
got the low center of gravity going on.
Exactly, it's a little center of gravity, but real strong. I had to hold him back, and I did, and I ripped his shirt along the way, and that's how hard I was holding him.
So you have your two heels on the ground, and you're like,
yes, I did, honestly, because George already had Paul, and he took him away, like he was by his car, which was, like, parked like 2 houses away, I want to say, like in the front, and they were already away. So I saw that, so I'm just holding him back, and Ashley's brother-in-law is like hot. He's like, bro, he swung on you. No one's gonna swing on you like that. Like, you're my family. And I'm like, I know, I understand. I'm like, bro, I'm like, dude, that guy's an idiot. You don't know if you're gonna go swing on him. He's got a gun on him. And oh, by the way, let me say that when we were in the back house when this was going on, the entire time when he was trying to like press us, he was like, bro, I just did 15 years. I just got out after doing 15 years. This guy looked like he was a couple years older than us. So if he went to jail, if he was in jail the last 15 years, he was like, yeah, exactly. He was like 7 or whatever.
Man's drew on the wall with crayon, bro. Parents put him away.
The math made no sense, but I wasn't going to question him about it because he was going to get more mad.
Well, chill out, bro.
I wasn't going to do all that.
George or Paul, I forget which one is don't come at me, bro. If you're 15 years, you can get rich.
It wasn't 15 years, okay? There's no way. Anyway, so keep that in mind. Yeah. Right? So he's like, so back to where we're in the front now, and then Ashley's brother-in-law he's mad. I'm holding him back. I'm like, dude, this guy, even if he was telling the truth that he got out of jail, obviously he went for a reason. He's stupid. You don't know if he has a gun on him, a knife on him. You're gonna fight him. He's gonna pull it out and he's gonna stab you or shoot you. Like it's not even worth it. Like, just let him go home. Like, George is already taking Paul home. They went to the car, right? So now we're all hot. We're, like, super heated. Everyone's on the lawn at this point. And my dad comes out, and I'm telling my dad what just happened. And, you know, my dad's like, yo, where are they? And we're like, oh, they're down the street. They're getting in their car. Yeah,
so they're leaving at this point.
Yeah, so they're leaving, right? So, but at the same time, we're like, keep an eye on him just in case he tries to come back.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to happen. So we're keeping an eye on him. Like 5 minutes later, we noticed that they got in a car. It was I'm not going to say what car it is, but it was like a little hoopty.
Show off the license plate real quick.
It was a little hoopty, right? So they get in the hoopty, and George and Paul are in the car.
What the fuck is a hoopty?
Like, it's like he's like in like a beater. Like a little old, little
oh, okay.
Little bumper
little
car.
Lemon?
Yeah. Okay, so they're in the car, and I notice... So George and Paul are in the car, by the way. Paul is driving, the guy who was pressing us and trying to fight.
Okay.
George, my homie.
The one that was drunk.
Yes, the one
that was both drunk at this
completely
point?
wasted. Everyone was wasted. Yeah.
Except for you.
They were both. Well, because it wore off. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Why are you laughing?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Back to what I was saying. So, George is in the passenger seat.
Okay.
My homie.
Yeah.
Right, being driven by Paul.
Right, the fucked up one.
They got in the car, right? And I'm watching him. We're watching him from my porch, me and my dad. And we're like making sure that they leave, because that's what we want. We want them to leave.
Yeah.
Make sure that they leave in peace.
Well, it's making people uncomfortable too. I'm assuming.
Of course, everyone is on the lawn like, yo, what just happened? Like, that's crazy. Like, they didn't want anyone to fight, and I didn't either. So luckily, no. Anyway, so my God, I love my mom, but this is the absolute worst time when she decides her car was on the front on the street.
In the driveway or in the street?
On the street.
Okay.
The absolute worst time that she decides to want to move the car into our driveway.
Yeah, I don't know why that would.
Okay. Mom, I love you, but she
walks, listens, by the way, so she's gonna hear this.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna hear this. So she walks. I'm watching her walk down the driveway to the car. It's directly in front of my house. Mm-hmm. And in my head, I don't know why I didn't say anything, but in my head, I had a bad feeling. I was like, you know what? These guys haven't left yet, just in case. What if they come by and they have a gun, bro? They're gonna shoot at us. My mom's right there, bro. She's gonna get, but I didn't say anything. Uh-huh. My mom opens the door of the car and she's getting in, right? Yeah. And then I see
they whip it.
So instead of whipping it, they drove in front of our house, like, on purpose. Yeah. Obviously, because Paul is driving, he's hot. He's still mad. So he's driving in front of our house, and he kind of pulls up in front of our house, and he's mad dog. I could see him through the window, like he's mad dogging me. Like, obviously he's mad. But keep in mind, at the same time,
your mom's at the car.
My mom's at the car.
Is she inside?
He's basically in front. He's basically right next to her. Right?
So is she inside the car though at this point?
No, I did not see her in front of the car. Inside the car at this point.
Oh shit! Okay.
Also, keep in mind, there was another car parked on the street in front of them, and they were just trying to arrive to the party. It was like 3 girls in the car. Okay. They were just barely arriving. So they kind of like were like slowly driving to see where it was. Right. And then they parked like kind of in front of our house on the street though. So
they weren't on this. They weren't
on the side. No, they were in the middle of the street.
Okay.
Like
looking for a spot.
Yeah, exactly. Looking for a parking spot because they thought the party was still going, which it wasn't. So yeah, because after everything happened. So anyway, so they're behind them, and they're mad dogging me. Yeah. And at the same time, my mom's, I don't know if she's in the car yet, right next to them. So I was kind of tripping.
A lot of moving parts here.
Exactly. Yeah. And then also the girls that were parked in the middle of the street. Yeah. Obviously, homeboys mad dogging me, and then my Ash's brother-in-law mad dogging us, and they decided to pull off all crazy. Skirt. Yeah. Bro.
They hit the back of the car.
Slams into the girl's car that was parked right there, right? Like hard, bro. Yeah. Hard. Boom. Fuck. In my head and in my dad's head, I just heard my dad scream like, cause in my head too, I wasn't even thinking about the girl's car. I was like, bro, was my mom in the car? Cause these guys just hit my mom. Yeah. I didn't see her close the door yet. Yeah. In my head, I was like, they hit my mom, bro. Like I was seeing red. Yeah. I jumped on my porch, like I started sprinting to the street, and so was my dad. So they hit the back of the car, and then they pulled it in reverse, bro. Boom! They started reversing all the way down the street, like 5-6 houses down the street, in reverse, like fast.
Like hauling ass, yeah.
And in my head, I'm chasing these guys down in the car, bro. So I'm on foot, like chasing them in the middle of the street, and they're reversing. They hit like 4 trash cans on that side of my neighbor's house, all the way down the street, and they back into one of my neighbor's cars. Fuck, bro. Keep in mind, their whole hood was smashed, bro.
Yeah, because they hit the shit of the car.
Yeah, so their whole hood is completely smashed. Yeah. So they hit the car hard, and they backed up into my neighbor's car.
So now it's like what, 2
smashed?
Cars?
Yes. Okay. And then I'm chasing after him, but then I hear my mom yell like Richard, stop.
Yeah. So she's okay, I'm assuming.
So in my head, like it clicked. I was like, oh my god, okay, my mom's okay. I look back and my mom was fine. And my dad was yelling at me like, get back here, just in case like they try to come and they hit me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And so I stopped running, and then because I saw my dad he's like, she's fine. I was like, okay, perfect. So I get to the side, but then these guys like just backed into the car. They busted you and then dip. Yeah. And
did you know who was in that car with the girls?
No, but they knew Tyler.
Oh, okay. We're only saying his name because we're gonna hopefully.
We're gonna have him here. So
hopefully next week, actually, maybe.
Yeah, could be.
I was talking to him about it.
Yeah, definitely. So they knew Tyler, but they came all late, so I mean it was too late anyway.
Was Tyler even here?
Super bad for them, huh?
Was Tyler even there anymore?
No, Tyler left.
What the fuck? Why did they pull up?
I don't know. So anyway, I felt really bad for them because they just got to the party and they got slammed into they didn't even get a chance to park.
Well, at least they got like a fun Halloween story, right?
Yeah, I mean to a certain extent, right? Hit and run. Anyway, so they backed up, they busted you, they dipped off of my street. I get back to the house, everyone's like freaking out, like everybody, you know, everyone's gotta go, like everyone has to leave just in case they come back, like, you know, try to do some damage.
Shut it down.
Yeah, exactly. So, but keep in mind, my homie George is in the car. So in my head, I'm like, oh my god, like,
where are they gonna go?
Regardless of what just happened, like, bro, that was my homie. He had no intentions of doing anything bad. He got caught up, like, in the wrong group, obviously, with that guy. And long story short, everything went down. The cops ended up coming. We had to file a hit and run. We told them the whole story. They really didn't care. I mean, also because, you know, it's Halloween.
I'm sure they got so much shit they got to do that night.
Yeah, exactly.
They're probably so fucking fed up.
I knew that was gonna happen, so I wasn't making it a big deal. But I was like, if you guys see a car, like, there's no way you guys missed that car. It's gonna get pulled over. Yeah. Like, the whole hood was smashed. The trunk was smashed. The back doors were like open because it couldn't even close anymore, bro. That's
so they hit that shit hard.
They hit it really hard.
Damn.
Like, I was pretty surprised that car was still able to drive. So anyway, long story short. Let me cut it down a little bit because, anyway, so we go and we start cleaning up everything. Everybody leaves. I hit up George.
Your homie.
Hit up my homie. Out of, like, respect, like, dude, I hope you're okay. Like, that was my thing. I was like, dude, are you okay? Like, that's all I was thinking about. Like, he had nothing to do with it. He got caught up.
Yeah.
I hope you're okay. He ends up hitting me back like a day later, and he's basically telling me, I have nothing but respect for you and your family. I had no intentions of bringing disrespect to your house at all. I would never put a hand on you guys. And I was like, I know, like, you don't have to tell me that, but I appreciate it, you know? And that's what I was saying, like, I have no disrespect toward him at all, and that's my homie. So he tells me, I'm like, what happened after you guys left? Like, I'm curious, you know?
Home and stuff.
He was basically saying that he told dude to stop the car, but he didn't want to stop. So he's like, I basically rolled out of the car.
Oh, hell yeah. That's dope.
Like, I don't blame him. Like, bro, I would have been like, stop this car. Like, you were going to get another accident.
What do you call the cops?
I don't want, so the cops are going to be looking for us after what just happened. I don't want to be involved. Like, so he's like, I basically jumped out of the car because he wouldn't stop, and he took an Uber home.
Yeah, that's smart.
And
I mean, not jumping out of the car, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, that was probably the smartest move that he could have done.
Damn. Well, fuck.
It was.
Oh, real quick, we can. We got the little E on Spotify, so we can.
Oh, explicit.
Yeah, because of me.
Okay.
So fuck shit.
Okay, good. Sounds good. But yeah, it was too wild. And honestly, like, me and Ashley were talking about it, and my parents were just like, I don't know if we do have another, like, party. Halloween party or a little kickback. Like,
we'll make sure there's a boxing ring in the front instead.
Boxing ring, you know, no.
PPV.
Definitely just, like, controlled, like, of who comes.
Yeah.
Like, homies only.
Yeah.
For sure, like, no plus ones.
Yeah.
Like, if you do bring a plus one, like, they got no convicts.
The passport and the social and the COVID card. And
exactly. You know, the whole shebang. So, that was crazy, man.
Yeah, and let's preface this by saying that, preface this as the story ends. Richard and his family are known for throwing, like, big Halloween parties. This is before COVID, though. So
yeah,
before you guys call us.
Every year we try to decorate really nice. We decorate the whole backyard
but it seems like
driveway too.
And this is for another. We can make this like a different episode, but it seems like shit like this happens at most parties, at most Halloween parties. It does.
I have those. You know what? I'm gonna save another story on my 21st birthday.
There's knives involved.
Yes, and I'm gonna get Juan on here to talk about it. Dude, if we can even. Pedro, Juan, and my cousin Seth, they were all there. If I can get all
a big round table.
Oh my god, that story was way too crazy. Honestly,
I heard this one already, but you guys are
it's gonna be great because I've never had a chance to sit everyone down and get their perspective on everything.
That'd be cool. All right, guys, it's gonna be like a little cut in audio and video.
Yeah,
we had to do some camera stuff, but we'll put it right together. And then real quick, there's gonna be a little echo on Rich's mic. A couple times in the first act.
Yeah,
we're gonna get that sorted, but it's episode 1.
During that little cut when we were
growing pains,
looking back at the listening back to the audio, it's a little bit scuffed, but it's gonna be the authentic version because we're definitely not gonna re-record that because it won't be a genuine first reaction. So it's fine. Well, we're just gonna leave it in. Sorry about that.
Well, it'll get better. This is our first real episode. So, all right. Well, we just finished Rich's Halloween story. Pretty crazy.
Yep.
We're gonna get that round table hopefully, eventually with everybody else
to get a bunch of the guys in here.
Yeah. I guess I'll go for my turn. Me and Sam went to a rave.
Escape.
Yeah, we went to Escape.
How was that? I didn't get it. Never got a chance to ask you.
It was
Cause you told me that you didn't even really enjoy.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you and with the audience. I'm not a big festival guy, and let me tell you guys right now. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting old, or what, but I can't do it. I pull up. First of all, we pull up to this
festivals festival. Or EDM festivals.
EDM for sure, but festivals as well.
Okay.
Let me. I don't know. EDM, like some of it's cool. I think some remixes, but sometimes it's just noise, and that's what bugs me.
Yeah.
But in regards to festivals, like we pull up and we got to park like fucking 3 blocks away. First of all,
you don't buy parking?
No, because there's limited parking. They have free parking for the event.
Where was it? By the way?
At the NOS Center, San Bernardino.
Okay. So
it's about 40 with traffic. It took like an hour and a half to get there. Mm-hmm. On the way back that we were flying, it was like 40 minutes. But there's parking. There's free parking, but it's all 4 parking lots are like 2 blocks away. Because I mean, it's just this big event center in the middle of a residential area.
Okay.
So you just got this big open area, but around it is houses and businesses. Mm-hmm. So they got to like rent lots off other people for their parking, right? So that's all right. So we pull up. It's cold because the event, we get there at like 7:30 or 8. So we're fucking freezing.
It started at what time?
It started early, but we don't go to see the early people.
Yeah, nobody does.
Yeah. So we pull up. We got to walk. It's freezing. We have our costumes on. We got to walk fucking 2 blocks. So I'm already pissed off, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't understand, whatever. And then it hit me when I was inside why I can't do festivals. Dude, fuck porta potties, dude.
That's so random.
Fuck porta potties.
Why?
Because they're gross. They're fucking disgusting,
yeah, of course.
Dude.
Yes. Especially at festivals.
You got a bunch of 18 to 30-year-olds drunk, high, off of whatever drug they take at raves.
The most disgusting stuff there.
I can't do it, man. I need parking and I need my bathroom. So that's my old that's me. How
did you remember where you parked?
Oh yeah, I was sober, 100% sober, because I had to drive to Sam's house and then we took one car. Mm-hmm. And like I'm not much of a drinker anyway. Okay. I wanted to stay sober. I don't want to have to drive. If it's Halloween and like the cops are already going to be high alert, I don't want to run any risks. You know what I mean? It's just not worth it. I had to drive.
Now, did they have any Halloween themed like event? Was the event like Halloween themed?
So it was all Halloween themed. Everybody there was in costume.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Did you go in your costume?
Yeah, me and Sam were Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. Maybe we'll throw some Halloween pics up on Twitter or something.
Cool, right there.
Yeah,
I'll throw it into the video.
Maybe.
So I will.
Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, so it's Halloween themed. Like the sets have like. Actually, one set was really cool. Like because there's 4 stages, and they were like in airplane hangars, dude. Like these stages are fucking huge. Mm-hmm. And I think one of them had like this big ass like skeleton that would it was animatronic, I think, and it would like move as the performer would.
Okay.
Performer, as the guy would hit the buttons on the turntable.
Yeah, of course.
But the reason we went was because it was free tickets, and because Playboi Carti is gonna be there. And like I'll be honest, like I'm not a vamp, I think that's what they call him, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not a vamp, but I'm not either. Playboi Carti, right? He has some good music.
Yeah.
So let's rip it, dude. Worst set of the night.
Yeah. Wait, did he perform last?
He performed second to last. Worst set of the night.
Whoa, are you serious? Yeah. No way.
So first of all, out of all the performers,
you should have went to my party, bro.
Yeah. Oh, Mans is the only one out of all the performers that goes on late, and I'm not talking late like 5 minutes. Dude comes up like 30 minutes late.
I always wonder why that happens.
Everybody else is on time. Not one person is late except for him.
Yeah.
And man, get this, dude. He only rips Whole Lotta Red. Really? Doesn't rip any other albums.
Wow.
And every 30 seconds or so, dude just screams into his mic to the point where it there's feedback and it reverberates in the hangar. So we get this. So me and Sam we're like, damn, what the fuck is going on? So we're just we're vibing. We're in the middle. There's not really anybody around because people are just leaving. Yeah. But the thing that's like in my mind still is you have these ravers that are like, he's screaming to the mic and there's like red lights flashing and smoke going off and they have their ears covered, dude, and they're just like sprinting to the back of the hangar.
Wow.
It's like I'm watching like there was a fucking shooting or something. Like people like ears covered, like sprinting out, like trying to get away from him performing.
Yeah.
No, I was just like, damn, like this is why I'm like, and then it hit me. I'm like, damn,
bad.
Like I'm here for this, and this is what I had to. This is it.
At what time did he perform it?
Like 11:45.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You waited up like 5 hours.
And you get this. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. We left early. We left this set early. We were
middle of the set. You're gone.
Doing this.
How long is the set supposed to be?
It's supposed to be, I think, an hour.
Okay.
He came on late. I don't know how long he performed because we left. But and then like, dude, like I don't know if I can even talk about this on the podcast. I think I can. Right?
What?
I'm just gonna rip it. All right. So the people in front of us, dude, like, she's straight beating his schmeat during the performance.
No, bro.
I swear to God.
Oh god, that's gross. That's disgusting.
So we're like
in the middle of like the crowd.
Yeah, like right in front of us.
Oh my goodness.
So we're like, all right, yeah, let's, you know.
No.
Sam was like, yeah, we gotta go. I was like,
there must have been high off of something. There's no way.
But yeah, I said it like that because I don't know if we're gonna.
Yeah,
it was probably fun.
No, yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, dude,
you have the E.
Yeah, we got the E on our show.
We got the E. You're good.
Yeah, but that happened, so I'm like, oh well.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
They must have been, like I said, there must have been high.
Yeah, they were fucked up. But anyway, yeah. So that you have that, and then you have people running out of the crowd, like covering their ears, and the whole time Carti's just like screaming into his mic. So a lot was going on.
He's been trying to be like a rock star.
Yeah.
Like lately, I've been seeing a lot of videos on Twitter about that, like of his performances and him like screaming and stuff, and it's just like, you're not rock.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then like there's also next to us there's this guy and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And they're like, nobody's really moshing because like nobody's really fucking with what's going on, right? Everybody's just kind of like, you know, swaying and whatnot.
Right.
But this guy and his girlfriend are like just moshing with each other. But like he's taller than me, and I'm 6'2" for the podcast listeners. This dude's gotta be like 6'5", 6'6", and his girlfriend's like 5.
And she's gotta be big.
5'3", dude. She's short as fuck, like same height as Sam. And he's just pushing the fuck out of her, dude. They're just next to us, and he's just shoving the shit out of her.
He's cranking her?
Yeah.
Oh my.
And she's like trying to push back and like trying to stay high, but every time he pushes her, bro, she goes flying back.
Yeah, of course. She's much smaller.
Just so many figures, so many weird characters there, dude.
I bet at a rave there can only be. It's not like any other festival.
Oh,
like,
you know what? Sorry, I totally didn't mean to interrupt you. I just remembered as we're walking in, because we got to walk 2 blocks to get there from the parking lot. Like I said, dude, there's this dude in a fucking beat up car, like fucking fender scraping against the ground, like old ass. I think it's supposed to be a blue car, but it's like brown now because of how fucked up it is.
One of those.
And this dude,
okay.
yeah. And this dude has a megaphone.
Yeah.
And he's talking shit to all of us. Pretty much saying he's like, oh, like, you guys are gonna go to hell. Like, you guys are.
So he wasn't going to the concert.
No, dude. He pulled up. He spent his Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yelling at kids for going to the festival.
I wonder why. What was his reasoning?
He was a churchgoer.
Yeah, but what's the?
So apparently,
sin?
I guess if you're a raver, you're not going to heaven. That's what he was saying.
There you go.
Yeah, you guys can quote me on that.
If you're a raver, you're not going to heaven, guys.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay, that's so random. Yeah, that's so.
In the name of Jesus, he pulled up and was calling us words I don't want to say on the podcast.
That makes no sense. Yeah.
And,
wow. Okay.
All right, let's go back. So Carti, we waited 5 hours. I watched a bunch of DJs. I don't know.
And context, Jesse told me that he was really only gonna go to see Carti. By the way, he was like, I have free tickets. I don't really even listen to EDM like that. The only set that I really want to watch is Carti. So I assumed that Carti was gonna be.
I was hoping. Hey, now get this, dude. The honest conspiracy that wasn't even him. Because it was a little weird. Because
did he have a mask on?
Nah,
he had a mask on at other events.
It was weird because
okay.
There's so much smoke on the stage. They position the light behind him, so you just see his figure like dancing and going crazy. he never steps in front of the smoke. So the whole time it's just like a silhouette of him.
Yeah.
Going nuts.
Assuming it's him.
Because like, why wouldn't? But I checked Twitter the next day because I'm like, I wonder what everybody else thought about this set, and people were saying that it wasn't him. That the reason he was late is because he never showed up, and they just had some dude go on stage and dance.
Yo.
And that's why it was so bad.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That's actually crazy.
It's fucked up if it's true.
Imagine.
It's fucked up.
Wow. Imagine even if like they just paid like some dude, like one of his buddies, like 10% of the cut. Yeah. Hey, just go perform for me. Yeah. We'll have the silhouette, the smoke. He's had masks on before.
So yeah, I didn't get to even see him. Like, wow. I didn't see
his face.
Yeah, I just saw his outline.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we were pretty close because everybody left, so we got to push up pretty far. This was out of all the sets I watched, even like the random DJs that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
It was the most empty that the crowd was. It was
no
Carti.
Way.
Yeah.
And he's one of the main sets. Who was the main set, by the way?
I mean, there was like two mains. I think we watched Zed. He's cool.
Zed.
Yeah.
Zed, you make really good Valorant skins, by the way.
If you ever see it.
We want to say that you make awesome Valorant skins. I need your fans.
And I actually bought one. I just want to.
He has it. And I'm super jealous because it was in the shop. Sorry to go off topic. It was in the shop, and I hesitated to buy it.
I didn't. I'm not a pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I can say that.
Now every time somebody has it in game, especially Jesse, I'm always like, "Yo, Jess, let me get Zed."
Yeah.
That's what
he was cool. He was good. That was our favorite set.
Did he play the Valorant song?
No.
No. Who you're saying played Rocket League?
Some random dude.
That's awesome. Yeah. That is really.
And you know who we did see that was pretty cool? Yeah. The dude that made Cinema.
Oh,
he was
really?
there and he performed it.
Yeah.
He did the Skrillex remix. That's cool.
That's a throwback.
Whoa. Yeah, he's old, dude. This is old as fuck. Got to be, in his 40s or 50s. He's still performing.
Sure.
He's, doing his thing.
I think if anybody, I probably just want to see that in Zed.
Yeah, Carti that's what we did.
I didn't look at the lineup or anything, but I mean, from what you're saying.
Oh, the other headliner was, I think his name is, I think it's a guy. Chami? Just some DJ. I don't know.
I don't listen to EDM like that either, so I don't know.
But Zed was cool. I think the cool part, or why we liked him, was because he plays popular music and he just kind of remixes it, as opposed to the other DJs that only played their own music. Mm-hmm. So
now, you know what? I'm not trying to like make this too long, but do you think that's cheating for a DJ to take songs?
No.
And make copyright a song of theirs out of other people's songs.
No. And now, funny enough, is actually we saw Zed in Vegas a couple weeks ago, but we saw him at like a weird like club setting. Happy Halloween. We saw him at like a weird club setting.
Yeah.
And
you're in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was pretty like he was mid, but it's because he was just kind of throwing songs. Like he wasn't really mixing.
Okay.
It was just like a party, and he was on aux.
And it was just transition.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was just on aux at a party. But when we saw him here, he actually like, I don't know what you call it, spun the. I don't know the lingo.
Tables.
Yeah. Turn the tables.
Turn the tables.
Yeah. He did some shit, and that was always cool.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the event was it was a time, and then let me get this. All right, get this. So the event, Zed goes on at 12:45.
You stayed till.
Because the people we were going with was just Sam's brother.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to watch Chami to the end, because that's like they enjoy his music.
Yeah.
And it was their event. We got invited, so we wanted to make sure they got what they wanted to get out of it.
Of course, yeah, no, I understand.
We're not gonna complain. So we sat off to the side for a while. It was really cold, dude, and they had like one area where they would like kind of shoot flames into the sky because it was Halloween. So we just like went in, we just sat right there.
Yeah.
Just like. Warmed ourselves up.
Yeah.
And you guys are gonna hear that, by the way. That's the plane going over.
Yeah, we're in the trenches right now.
Yeah.
It's, as you can tell from my story, it's not the.
It's tough over here.
Yeah, it's tough.
But
1 out of 10, what would you rate it? The festival itself.
Like a 6, 5. I mean,
like on a good day, like a 6.
Yeah, I had a good time. But there's some.
I mean, of course, going to a festival is cool.
Yeah, like everybody was in costume, and people were like saying that me and Sam had like really cool costume. We got compliments.
Oh, that's cool.
But
did you guys take pictures over there?
Yeah, I took a couple.
Okay.
I'll throw them on. Maybe we can take some in the front too. We can throw some on Twitter for Halloween. But so he goes on at 12:45. We're not out of there till like 1:30 maybe. Mm-hmm. But then we got to get through the crowd of people, and then we got to walk 2 blocks back to the car.
Yep. And then the traffic getting out of the parking lot.
Yeah, and then getting home, and then once we get back to her house, I have to drive home. So I don't think I end up pulling up to my house, unlocking my door, and getting inside to like 5:15.
No way.
I swear to God. Wow. I don't think I went to bed that night till like 5:45 or 6 a.m.
And I was considering Jesse like, oh, maybe he'll leave early and come to the party, but seems like that was never gonna happen. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. It was an experience.
It's an exhausting night.
Oh fuck yeah, I was tired.
Oh my God.
And it was like, imagine. Yeah, and stone cold sober, so that was fun.
Even worse.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. But,
even worse. Oh, it's so awful.
Oh yeah, that's our. That was my Halloween story.
That's crazy.
I don't know if anybody else went to escape, but
if you did, let us know.
Yeah, let us know what you guys thought about it.
I doubt any of you guys went to my party aside. So funny.
Shout out to those that are listening that went to Richard's party.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys.
All right, well, thanks guys for let's wrap this up. Thanks for listening, guys. That was our first official episode. Yeah, again, the audio is a little scuffed for that reason that it is our first episode. We're trying to get things figured out. I mean, you should see our workspace room. It's not the prettiest, but we're trying to make do. And honestly, we just appreciate whoever's listening. Yeah, whoever wants to listen. Thanks for the support. We'll be posting updates on our Twitter and you know what? This episode, social medias are getting put together. Yeah, really, and this episode, unlike the pilot episode, this one's gonna go on YouTube as well because we did record audio, and video. Regardless of it being a little bit scuffed, sorry about that. So we'll post our socials in the description. Yes. We couldn't really do that last time on Spotify. We couldn't do that, but we will. So again, Twitter is the Noisy Trombone, not the, because again, too many characters. Yeah, and then we'll what's the word? What was I gonna say? I totally blanked. Go ahead, keep talking. I'll think about it. We're gonna start posting a lot of more updates on Twitter. So that's gonna be like our main source of social media like interactions. We're also got TikTok. Yeah. Hopefully it's gonna be the Noisy Trombone, if not just Noisy Trombone. Yeah, we'll see. It's or TNT podcast or something. Or TNT official or something. TNT. We'll figure it out. And we'll let you guys know. It's gonna get. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Audio is gonna be on Apple Music and Spotify. Did we get a for Apple Music? I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's Spotify and Apple Music. So we got approved on both platforms. Cool. And YouTube. Actually, that's really awesome. Yeah. You guys can just search us up, the Noisy Trombone. Yeah. We come up surprisingly. I know it was a pretty. I think we gotta congratulate ourselves for getting. Yeah. Because we did it. We got approved. We got a new. I slapped together a new logo. It's makeshift, but it works. I think it flows. Yeah, it looks cool. I did it last night when we were just talking in Discord. Planning out the podcast. Yeah, we were planning it out, and I just threw it together in Illustrator. So check it out. Some feedback. Feedback is what we really need. I think is one thing I want to mention. Yeah, is things that we can do better. Obviously, the audio thing we know. Yeah, we fucking know. We know. If I see a comment it's that obvious. Says that the audio stuff, we're mentioning we fucking know. Yeah, we know that we messed it up. Yeah. Or it was probably me that messed it up. Well, we're gonna get that figured out. But aside from that, even like maybe like angles or like. And you know what? When I was listening to my audio, I don't know if I enunciate. So if that's an issue too, if you guys want to. Yeah, if you guys want to roast us on how we speak, that's another thing. Please. But we're open for all suggestions. But anyway, we appreciate you guys tuning in. That's thanks, guys. Appreciate it so much. And what are we gonna wait? Can we say what we're gonna call our audience members? Not yet. Not yet. Wait, I don't think we can even say it on. We can say it. If I said what I said, we could say it. But we'll wait. We'll save that. We'll wait and see next week. But that's how we're gonna. Back. We have a name for you guys that we're gonna refer to you as. Yeah. But we won't reveal it yet. I want to make sure we can say it before we say it. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. Next week we're getting a guest. Hopefully. Hopefully a guest. I'm gonna try to network. Yeah, we're gonna network with a friend that lives down the street. Yeah. And just get him in here. Again, everything's a little bit scuffed, but we're gonna make do. We're gonna make it work. So appreciate everything, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, and then real quick before we end it, I think Wednesdays is gonna be our right. recording this on a Tuesday.
Yeah, depending on our schedules, Wednesday midweek. I want to say. I don't want to.
We don't have like a set time, but hopefully Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday every week.
Yeah, I don't want to put a day on like. Hopefully, but that's
we're gonna say hopefully Wednesday, but
that's our plan.
Plus or minus or plus 1 day, either way.
Whatever works out.
All right, thanks guys.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.